It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion. This is for Thursday, the 21st of November. I'm Michael Groff. Dry conditions, temperatures above average to close out the week and heading into the weekend. We will see an increase in clouds, especially by Sunday and moving into much of next week. Will that result in any precipitation around here? We'll talk about that. Plus, that Thanksgiving Day forecast. We're just a week away from Turkey Day. So let's get into it here. The almanac from yesterday, 80 degrees the afternoon high, 49 the morning low, 74 and 52 are the averages for this time of year. So obviously a bigger diurnal range in temperature than what we normally see thanks to that very dry air out there. Speaking of, outside now at 11:15 a.m., we've got partly cloudy sky. We're sitting at 70 degrees at Sky Harbor. But look at how dry it is. I mean, you can obviously hear it in my voice. I'm struggling to talk today. Dew points at 10. Relative humidity, 9%. The winds are light. The barometer is steady. Satellite picture out here across the west, that vigorous upper low off the Pacific Northwest coast. That's been the big weather maker, the big story, making all the weather headlines the last few days. And that continues to sit out there slamming Northern California with some very heavy rain and mountain snow. And we can see some winds still, of course, across the Pacific Northwest coast and some heavy rain. Obviously, higher elevation snows as well. For us, yes, some high clouds, but that's about it for now. And people asking, well, that big storm system up there, why is it not coming down here? And it's because we're protected by this ridge of high pressure that's building. As the pattern amplifies that deep low, it's creating this huge ridge over the southwest. And upper heights are around 585 decameters, and that's up into the 90th percentile of climatology. So, yeah. We are obviously going to be warm and very dry for a while. Speaking of the watch warning map, and we do have those winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings and gale warnings and various products issued by the National Weather Service offices across the Pacific Northwest. Elsewhere, some winter weather advisories for parts of the Midwest, around Chicago, Indianapolis, some of the adjacent areas with some snowflakes flying there. Convective outlook for today, no organized areas of severe weather across the nation. And the tropics in the Atlantic Basin, we can pretty much declare this season over. Hurricane season runs through the end of the month, and we certainly don't see any indication that any storm systems will be developing out here. Any tropical cyclone action will be possible over the next week. Now, could we still see something? Yes, obviously these sea surface temperatures out here in the Atlantic and the Caribbean and the Gulf are a little bit above average, or quite a bit above average, especially in the Atlantic Basin. And so, of course, we can see tropical cyclone development even in December, but for now, it sure looks like things are going to stay quiet for some time. Precipitation outlook, this is valid through Thursday morning of next week. Rain amounts in Phoenix, nothing statewide, not much, a smattering of light precipitation possible over the northern part of the state. We'll talk about why that is and everything else going on, too, as we take a look at the models, see what the future may hold. Here we go, the GFS. It is the 12Z run, and this is valid at 2 o'clock, or at 5 o'clock this afternoon. All right, it's the old Omega block, and you've got that trough out there for the east, that upper low for the east coast. We got one off the west coast. We got a ridge in between, and a high latitude blocking pattern too. Big ridge up there across the northeast Pacific, the Gulf of Alaska, and up into the Bering Sea, and one over eastern Canada as well. So with this high amplitude pattern, what it means down to the surface for us the rest of the day, some high clouds around. We'll call it mostly sunny to partly cloudy for the rest of the day here in Phoenix. Highs upper 70s and low 80s. Just a gorgeous day. Tonight, yeah, a few clouds around, otherwise mostly clear. Lows should generally be in the low 40s for the cool spots, low 50s in the urban core, and tomorrow it's more the same. I'd say less cloud cover, though, sunny sky, and high temperatures, again, upper 70s, low 80s. Saturday, pretty much the same story, highs about 80, sky mostly sunny. Now, as we head into the weekend, we see evidence of a little disturbance dropping south off of this main low here off the Pacific Northwest coast, kind of coming down our way. This feature is probably just going to wash out. It's going to shear out. But we will see an increase in clouds, especially as we go to Sunday. So partly to maybe even mostly cloudy sky, a lot of mid-level moisture, mid and high-level clouds with this. And with westerly flow taking over, I do expect that we'll start to see an increase in moisture, especially, again, in the mid and upper levels, even at the surface, some increase. These dew points in the single digits and teens will rise up into the 30s and 40s with time. And so as a result, we might see a few showers for parts of southern and central California. And we were looking at the probability of some sprinkles or light showers around maybe late this weekend and early next week. But it sure looks like the air is just going to be too dry at the subcloud layer for any meaningful chance of precipitation. There might be a sprinkle someplace, but that's going to be about it. Sunday, high temperatures will fall back a couple of degrees. I'd say mid to upper 70s for Sunday, mid 70s Monday. I get a few showers off to the west of us. A sprinkle may be possible over the state some point on Monday, but I would anticipate just, again, partly to mostly cloudy sky and continued generally dry weather for us. Tuesday, low to mid 70s, the sky partly to mostly cloudy. Let's go to Wednesday. Again, it's more the same. Zonal flow, decent amount of mix of sun and clouds, we'll call it. High temperatures still low to mid 70s. And those overnight lows obviously will be warmer thanks to more cloud cover around in the overnight hours and somewhat higher moisture content in the atmosphere. A week from today, this is Thursday. It's Thanksgiving Day. And again, we've got troughing over the nation's midsection and heading toward the Great Lakes states. But for us, we're kind of on the backside of a trailing little wave on the backside of this trough, and I guess that could bring slightly cooler temperatures in here. High temperatures, I would suspect to be right around 70 for Thanksgiving Day with some clouds, but at this point, precipitation looks unlikely. Let's go out 10 days. This is Saturday, the 30th. And the cat's making an appearance on the video today. I don't have the camera on, but Freya's right here and letting you know that on Saturday the 30th, high pressure in control here. We've got an upper low off the west coast if this verifies, big trough for the east. And so we'd be dry and warm to close out the month. I mean, that looks like temperatures warming back up if that verifies. But I will say this, we have seen a number of different solutions way out here toward the end of the month, and there is no sign that any one of these is favored over another right now. Looking at precipitation around here, this goes out through the 5th of December. This is off the GFS ensemble. Again, the ensemble mean, it's under a tenth of an inch. Same thing for the European, under a tenth of an inch. No meaningful chance of precipitation over the next couple of weeks. Again, there are a few members that try to bring some rain in at some point next week, but right now, that doesn't look all that likely. Temperatures off the national blend of models will stay above average today, tomorrow, Saturday. A downtrend in temperatures for the rest of the month. Overall, high temperatures are expected to remain at or slightly above average, however. And that pretty much will do it, folks, for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video is back here tomorrow morning. Should you happen to enjoy these videos, then be sure to subscribe, like, share, click that notification bell. Leave those comments, questions, and suggestions. If you really like what we do here, then click that thanks icon below the video here on YouTube. Make those monetary contributions to us. Those are always appreciated. Or you can donate directly via PayPal. That's the preferred method. groffshow@gmail.com is that email address. It's groffshow@gmail.com for PayPal. The executive producer of the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion is my one and only, the sweetest of all time, the Asian sensation and proprietor of sweetchildaz.com.org and the Facebook page of the same name. It's Sweet Child Arizona, talking about my Michelle. Check her out. Check out her blogs, videos, everything Michelle related. It's all linked up down in the description. All right. Also, our streaming station available 24/7, 365. It's called KMGX. And again, that's also linked up in the description. We do play a ton of music. We have a lot of fun with that. So I suggest you give that a listen as well. Hi, Freya. And I'm not editing this. I'm not going to edit this video. I am not. The cat, this is like the third take of this video, and the cats just wanted to participate. So I'm letting her participate. All right. Anyway, KMGX.com for our streaming station. Thank you guys so much for watching, all of your continued support. It is so greatly appreciated. It's a good thing we don't do these live these days, right? That would be exciting. Remember when we'd do these videos live and I'd have the camera on and everything? Right now, you'd see the cat. The cat is on my shoulder. Oh, now the cat's jumping down. And I don't know. It's like a pirate, but instead of a bird, I've got a cat on my shoulder. She's a strange one. All right. Thank you guys again so much for watching, all of your continued support. So greatly appreciated. You know, let me just say this. Weird thing about cats. Anybody that's a cat owner knows this. Cat doesn't want to have anything to do with you for 23 hours of the day. All right. But as soon as you sit down to start working on something, you decide you're going to work on a project, you're reading something, you're working on a laptop or on a computer, or you're doing a video like this. Okay. You're just sitting here, and she was just content sleeping or doing whatever she was doing. And then as soon as I started recording, she decided to come in here. She's jumped up on my keyboard. The last video, she was playing music over here. So that's cats. I mean, anybody that has a cat knows as soon as you start to do something, that's when they want attention. Not when you want to give them attention. It's on their schedule. All right. That's my cat rant for the day. I love the cat though. Michelle and I love this cat. That's Freya. And she's just a part of our lives. And that's just how it is. The dogs would probably be up here too, but we try to keep them out of the studio and out of the upstairs because, well, dog hair and all that. All right. That's it. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. All of your continued support. So greatly appreciated. Please be safe out there and have yourselves a beautiful rest of your Thursday. Great.